Alright, this is going to be a test on the little wood stove here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up with 6 cups of water. Now, I do not have a bunch of wood outside. You're going to see me fill this up. I have a 1 cup measuring cup. 1, 2, 3, and I'm making a mess. 4, 5, 6. Now I'm only going to put 6 cups in here because here's the thing. 6 cups of water is enough to make macaroni and cheese. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to set it down here. Now you can see the way this is made, this has a lip too. So it's going to be a little bit different than the other one I've already made, because this has a tall lip, this has a lip. And here's Butthead and Midnight. Yeah, Butthead already ate, but he's going back for more food. Alright, I'm going to carry all this outside. I'm going to see if I can find some wood to throw in here. And we're going to go ahead and give this a test with 6 cups of water. And I will show you the water level. And you'll see it outside. I will be back. Alright, I'm back. Now I only have a couple of cheap pieces of Walmart wood here. These things are hard to burn, hard to light. Now, I did not break these down or cut these down, so this one is a little bit long. So my pan is going to sit a little bit crooked. Now you can see here, I did feed this piece of wood through my fill hole. Now, once again, this wood does not burn well at all. So I really needed to get to going. And I should have put some more wood in here, but I'm just going to check this to see if it'll stay lit and what's going to happen. Because that's not raised very high, and this does have a lip on it. Now I know there's a fire going. I can see the reflection in there. Now remember, if you have a flat pan or something that doesn't have a lip, it'll sit much better. It'll work much better. But since this has a lip and that has a lip going down and this has a lip going up, unlike this one that doesn't have a lip that raises up right here. There we go. Now I only have this 2 pieces of wood in here. So you can see the fire is burning. The flames, you can see there is little bubbles forming in the bottom. Now the height of how your pan needs to sit will be determined by what type of pan you have. Like I said, this has a lip going down. And then this has the pan itself, the cookie tin has a lip going up. If you can find one like this that doesn't have a large lip here, this is much, much better for something. And you can see the wood can feed. through this side hole here. We do have plenty of air. And this is some of the worst wood possible for testing this. But you can see it is raised up enough that it is getting air. You can see right there the humidity, moisture on the side of the pan. And like I said, I only have the two small pieces of wood in here. I do not expect this to boil water with two small pieces of wood. Something like this will be too large. Now if you cut it like this way, or even this way, then 2x4 chunks would fit, but you would have to cut them much smaller than this. I'd say no taller than possibly this. So it is working. Now, if I could get this to raise up a little bit more with this pan, it would not produce as much smoke. What's happening is the moisture is getting on the bottom of the pan, and it's dripping down on the wood, helping produce smoke. And you can see it's starting to blacken up a little bit on the pan, but not too bad. Well, look at that. You can see the little bubbles in there. And once again, this is a very easy to make wood stove. If you need an emergency cook stove, if you have something like a Christmas tin, a cookie tin, things like that, and if you don't have brackets, now if you do have brackets, I recommend using the brackets because it will bring your pot up much higher. But if you don't have brackets, I mean, you could literally use things like nuts and bolts and, put 2 or 3 and then just put a screw through it, a drywall screw into the metal, and set your pan on that. Whatever you have to do to get it to raise up enough. Like I said, a flat pan would be much better than the pan with the curve on the bottom going down. If it was higher, it would not smoke as much. But in an emergency situation, you do what you have to do. Yeah, I can move this out of the way. Now, I was going to give these to the homeless guy over there. These 2. I already gave him some cans. Unfortunately, I did something good, which screwed me in the end again. I did let him borrow the bottom rack out of our barbecue pit so he could cook before I made the wood stoves for him, and he hasn't returned it. And unfortunately, the city was over there today, this morning, up under the bridge, clearing everything out. They took all his stuff. I mean, everything. Sorry about the fire truck. And unfortunately, he had left. He came back when the city was here, and he just grabbed some of his stuff, and the way it looks, they ended up throwing away the bottom rack to my barbecue pit. This is what happens when you try to help people. I mean, I'm really getting sick and tired of being screwed over. What do you know? Now, like I said, if it was higher, it would not produce as much smoke. Definitely not. Like I said, the best way to make it is the brackets. If you don't have brackets, or a way to raise your pot up higher, will this work? Absolutely. If it was a tin like this that didn't have the large lip coming up, it wouldn't smoke as much. Now, you saw me put in the 6 cups of water. You saw me put it on. This was a little bit hard to light because, once again, this Walmart wood stinks. It is the worst wood I've ever had the displeasure of ever using. And you can see the tabs. Now, this is a little bit of an angle going up, so that explains why there's flame coming out of there. But you can see this is getting plenty of air. There's some flame coming out here. Now, that's because the wood is sticking out here. So that's not an issue. And all that you gotta do is hit the side of the pan or whatever. Because my wood is too long. So it is burning the wood. That is not anything but the wood. If I would have made it shorter, all the fire and flame would be on the inside. You can see there is some black soot I am going to have to clean. But it is working just fine. This is the no drill, no bracket, DIY cookie tin wood cook stove that I just made my last video. And there is 6 cups of water. Now the brackets I made out of the top of the cookie tin seem to be holding up pretty well to 6 cups of water. If you want any more cups or anything larger, what I would do when you make your the lace for your thing to sit on, your pot to sit on, go up and over and then put something underneath it that won't burn. Like, you know, something like this. Whatever you can that won't burn. And that way you'll have more surface area to set your pots and pans on. Now this is just 2 pieces of wood. They weren't very big pieces. Alright, let's get this out. You can see the coals are still burning, the wood's still burning. You can see the bottom here. Now I do have to let this cool off some, and then I have to clean this. Alright, but there you go. There's the demonstration of it. I'll let this cool down. I'll put this one and this one up. Like I said, I do prefer this one because the way this tin is, because these stuff burn off the bottom. Alright, I am fixing to go. Everyone have a good day. Bye.